that. I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that.
What's up, young man?
What's up, my brother?
Hey, now, what's going on? Quack, quack.
I can't call. I wonder if I was mute just now. Muted because Tiffany had both of us muted. Our producer.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So, what's going on in Atlanta?
Man, the weather, crazy people. They just opened up a new park in I think Stockbridge. Guy donated $100,000 for building a basketball court. One of my partners, he do an outside basketball court, so they build that. So they all happy about that. They ain't concerned about the killing. They just need they more happy about the building a park, But
yeah,
it is what it is.
Yeah, they instituted a curfew down in City Market.
Yeah. I seen Keisha a glance at her show, and seemed to me, all the policemen in the world, they down at the City Market, and then the crime everywhere else.
20. You got to be 20 under 21. You got to be Tiffany
Yes,
said, I heard
true.
they're gentrifying Riverdale now. They're getting all of y'all out of Riverdale. Oh man,
that's where we started from.
Out of Riverdale. I don't know. This is my good friend. He a Brown too. He must be your cousin. He calling me, knowing that my show come on 7:00. That means he ain't watching my show. And that means that me and him got to have a conversation as soon as this show over because he's not watching.
Yeah, I know. He probably called me and tell me, "Welcome back, man." It seems like I've been gone forever. But yeah, I seen Keisha show, and I seen the picture of the marketing and helicopters and boy, man, I save for later, Jew. Yeah, I said, yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'll save it for later, Jew. I got my belly full. I got a lot of stuff in his belly, boy.
Well, America at the Dock should be real live this weekend. They say it's going to be off the chain. So y'all tune in to America at the Dock this weekend. It's going to be off the chain.
Yes, sir.
We are Uh, I don't know where the rest of them at. I know that Sandra is gone to Puerto Rico for vacation or something like
Yeah,
that. She's
yeah.
going to Puerto Rico, flying over. Um, Charlie comes back on the 17th of next month. We got a little over a month left before we get terrorized by him.
Oh Lord.
Um, we're going to Roku TV in August. Y'all stand by. We'll be in your living rooms. You won't have to go to your computer. You can get in your living rooms and watch us. Watch
Yes,
us from your living room if you have a smart Roku TV or the Roku device. You'll be able to get us.
yeah.
But don't forget. Let me turn this TV down. I don't know what I'm thinking about. Um, um, all our shows we bring them on every day, weekly, and we repeat them the next morning. And then the new shows come on at 5. So y'all tune in. Don't forget you can catch Litway Baptist Church every morning on Monday through Friday. You catch Litway Baptist Church. We're gonna see whether we can start doing Sundays also to get the
Mhm.
sermon and the Bible study live. That'll be in August. We'll try to get that for you. But right now, we're doing Litway every Sunday. I mean, every Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. I believe, or 8 a.m. and 9 a.m. It's all according to how long the Bible study is or how long the sermon is. But y'all tune in, and share. We're doing great things here, especially when we get to go over to Roku TV and start airing in your living rooms. So y'all stand by. We are coming, and we are coming strong. Tonight, we have guns, abortions, customer service, and our main subject is tithing. What do the rest of us do if we don't have Roku about getting your shows? Well, they'll still be on this platform for a little while, but the main shows will be switching over. And Dr. Betty, you do know that we have to come into the 21st century. There's two ways to get Roku TV. Well, it's three or four ways. You can get it on your phone, I believe, with the app. You can get it
Yeah.
on your computer with the app. You can get it on um, your TV
Hmm.
uh, if you got a Roku TV, one of the smart TVs, one of the newer TVs.
Yeah. You
They
can
come with
download.
it already installed, and then you can also get it with the little Roku box, the little device that you put on the back of your TV. So those are four ways that you can get it: your phone, your computer, the Roku box, and if you got a Roku TV. So we'll be there for you all. Uh, we got some great things coming. We're gonna be putting on some fantastic shows and coming live from everywhere in America. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah.
But
Uh,
tonight's topics, like I said, is guns, abortions, customer service, and tithing. We're going to have a great conversation. I'm glad it's just me and you right now because I want you to see how hard it is to do a 2 hour sit down by yourself. There's
hey,
two of us right now. 2 hours is a
hey,
long time.
hey. What didn't I tell you about that belly? I can go all night. Hey, hey, I got something for you, boy. I'm telling you. I got something for you. You're gonna be surprised.
All right, all right. He got a show, America After Dark, Saturday night at 10 p.m. And
Yeah,
he is coming on by himself this weekend.
yeah. One on
By
one with
himself.
America.
He ain't even
Yeah,
bringing the good Issa. Issa Jesus ain't even there.
yeah.
So so we'll see
Right.
what he does. You know what Jamal is, right?
No, last time I talked to him, I was in the club. Me and James and he pulled the he called and last time I think he was in South Carolina or somewhere.
No, I saw him today. I started to run him over. He was turning into Yamacraw. Must be going to do a tour or something there. You would do great, Bernard. Uh,
That's right.
uh, and
Hey,
so, but he's filming a movie. So Jamar is out filming a movie today.
oh Lord.
He was out filming a movie yesterday. He's the movie star. You know, he just did the other movie a couple of months back. I don't
Right.
know whether it's been released yet. But here we have our own Denzel Washington. You know, we got our own Denzel Washington. So
Yeah.
right here on this network, Denzel, we
Hey.
got Jamal Denzel Torre.
Yeah.
He making
Well.
movies.
Hey.
Every time you look, he can't do his show because he's doing the movie. Hi, Miss
Yeah.
Diane House. How you doing?
You know what?
Um, but yeah,
He
but
running
we
out so much. He can go ahead and do it, Jew. Let him run all over the place. Hey, Jew, he got the right show. Run and tell
yeah,
that.
yeah. I was waiting on Tiffany. Robert, I don't know where Robert and Tiffany at. Sandra's in the Bahamas and Charlie don't come back to the 17th of August. But where is Robert and Tiffany? Tiffany was awesome. If you didn't get a chance to watch the Watchdog Saturday, Tiffany was
Mhm.
absolutely awesome. She's a young, bright, elected leader in
Yeah.
Athens, Georgia. And we look to see a bunch of stuff that she's doing in the
Yeah.
coming future. We're so proud of her, and we're so proud that we, whatever little help that we gave her,
Yeah.
we want to see whether we can even
Oh yeah. She
expound on that. Because she's great. She cares
yeah.
about the people. She's like Keisha and Alicia and Bernetta.
Yeah.
She cares. She genuinely cares about what happens in her community. It's not about her. She's not there to try to make a dollar,
Right.
try to make a dime. She's not there to try to make friends or to make any enemies. She's there about what happens to her community, and that's
Yeah.
great. That's great.
Yeah. And
Anyway, you ready to start?
oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Diane said she was
She
off on
classy.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Our first subject is um, are Republicans trying to kill black people with these crazy gun laws? These laws have gotten people killed already in the state of Georgia. They're putting these laws out all across the country in an effort. It's a plan. This plan is not uh, one dimensional. It's not twofold, threefold, fourfold. This plan has many dimensions to it, and we don't see it because they know that we're not going to challenge a whole lot of things. So we don't really see it. I see it, and the ones that are conscious and woke, we see it, because we know that they are putting the guns in our hands. They're already supplying all the guns. Now they want you to carry a gun so you can get me and you get in a beef. Then one of us gets so mad we shoot the other one, or that the police stop us and they see that bulge under your shirt, and then they get the panicking and want to shoot you. It's all kind of things that this new gun law is not good for black people. It's not good for black young men, especially. So, what say
Yeah.
you?
Yeah. You know what? I understand what you're saying. Everybody have their, opinion and everything. I understand that. But at the end of the day, we know right for wrong. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the law Jewish, the law changed, but that's the law, and that's the law. But it still don't the Republican ain't telling us to go in the store and buy this gun. You know what I'm saying? The Republican ain't putting the gun in our pocket. The Republican ain't having an argument with two black men having an argument and they shoot each other. You know what I'm saying? And I understand what you're saying, but I'm like this here. We as black people need to know what's right and what's wrong. We can't always put it on somebody else. We got to clean up our house first. We got to clean up our house first. Yeah, they made it a law to make it easy for us. Matter of fact, Drew, they didn't even have to. They didn't even have to change the law. We know how to get a gun. We know. You know what I'm saying? It's been ever since we was growing up. It's easy. in our neighborhood, it's easy to get guns, it's easy to get drugs, it's easy to get prostitutes, it's easy to get pimp, it's easy to get anything in our community.
You're right. You're right. You're right. It is easy to get all those things in our community.
In
Why?
our community.
Because they allow it, they help it, they support it. You know, it's crazy. And Tiffany, I don't
Yeah.
think that's Georgia with that new with the filming the police. That's another state uh, that they don't want you within 8 feet of filming the police. Bernard, you put a video out this week where the girl was filming the police beating up her boyfriend, didn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was
Yeah.
where
That's that Jewish. That happened. One of my partners sent it to me in my inbox. And he said, share. He said, Bernard, look at this. Jewish. If you see, I think I sent it to you. If you see the video,
I saw it.
This happened in Warner Robins, Georgia. Did you see
Right.
how the police was beating this man? Had his their knee on his neck. The girl filming it. Then they went and tried to and approach her. I mean, it is getting out of hand with these cop Jews, and I'm telling you right now, I swear for
Well,
God.
Two things. I'm gonna get on the just like you was just now about we got to know better. I'm gonna give you one now. Now, I didn't. The video didn't start from when they made the traffic stop. It started from when they were beating him on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
If you are outnumbered and you are going to jail, and you are outnumbered, the only thing that I can tell you is that this guy kept resisting Bernard.
Mm-hmm.
He kept resisting when if he put his hands behind his back and get cuffed and get in the car. Now he calls his girlfriend. Now I don't know what happened before then, but now you are going to jail. So the best thing to do is not to resist so that nobody else gets in trouble. It doesn't get out of hand. They don't shoot and kill you because there's been instances when the police is fighting and he can't beat you, then he shoots you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and so the girl was filming it and she was hollering at the police, distracting them, and the guy would not stop fighting. Now, I think that had he stopped fighting, then they could have handcuffed him and put him in the car. The girl already filming it. They got the film. There's no need for you to do anything else. You have the film. You got the film. So why are you, she was right there on the police, yelling at him. And I understand that, I don't know why they didn't tase him, Tiff.
Right, Tiff.
But this guy he would not, he was a big dude. He would not give up, and they kept boxing him and fighting him. And then when the third officer came, he did put his knee on. But I have to tell you this. I looked at the film. It was not recent. That was from 2017. It was not a recent video. That was from 2017. That was before George Floyd with the knee on the neck.
Right.
Because the first thing I said, don't he know not you can't put the knee on the neck? And then I went to looking at it. I looked up. It's 2017 July. So that was 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So that's what I meant to call you and tell you that it wasn't a recent video. That was from some years ago. But we got to be able to do more as far as when the police stop you. There's no need in resisting because you can't win. You can't win unless you're going all out and you're going to do something crazy. You can't win, so there's no need in fighting. I tell these young boys of mine that I mentor, if you're in the car with all your friends and the police stop you, put your hand on the dashboard. If you're driving, put your hand on the steering wheel. If you're in the back seat, put your hand on the back seat headrest. Let the officer see that you're no threat to them. so that
Yeah.
you can get about your day and live another day. Because there's no need in being Billy Bad Butt. Because if you're Billy Bad Butt, you might die that day. And
Yeah.
yeah, the police might be wrong, but you're dead. So you have to be able to use your common sense so that you can get out of that situation.
Yeah. And you're right. And we can go on this all day, but I'm gonna say this here. If you see if nine, no, I say eight, maybe 1 to 7 people, if you get stopped by a policeman, right? And you know for a fact, Jew, and you know for a fact that you right, 9 out of 10, you gonna resist because you know for a fact you haven't did nothing. If a policeman stop me, right, Jew, if they stop me, my record is clean as peanut butter and jelly. And if I'm fighting with them, obviously I'm in the right. And obviously that policeman did something to me to make me react the way I reacted. And we growed up, and my dad always say, hey, when you get stopped, I say, yes, I do it today. Matter of fact, I got stopped the other night for no reason at the end of the day because I'm driving black. But at the end of the day, I say, yes, sir, no, sir. Boom. We settled it. He said, okay, he let me go, boom, boom, boom. If I'm going, if you see me fighting a person, obviously they did something or say something or touch me to make me act like a damn fool. And in some cases like that, Jew. Some cases like that.
Most of the cases are like that, Bernard. Most
Yeah.
of them are like that. But this is the thing: it does not get you home that night.
Right. Right. Yes,
It does
that's
not get
true.
you home that night. You going to jail, or you going to the hospital, or you going to the grave.
Yeah, that's true.
You
That's
know,
true.
hopefully you going home. But if you play it right, I've been stopped 5 times, 5 or 6 times in the last uh 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
5 or 6 times in the last 10 years. I have gotten a ticket one time.
Mm-hmm.
That's because my tag had expired and I had signed off for it 3 months earlier. When they sent it to me, I put it in the mail, signed for it, but they never sent it back to me, and I had proof. When I went to court, it got thrown out because I had proof when I
Right.
signed off for my tag. It just never came.
Right.
So, so that's the only ticket that I've ever had
Mm-hmm.
in the last 10 years. Oh no, I did get two. I got stopped 6 times. I got two tickets. The other one, officer sitting in Savannah at the tennis court at Forsyth Park. I make a left turn, nothing in front of me, nothing coming, nothing nowhere, nothing in back of me. And I turn.
Yeah.
I can't do nothing but go straight or turn left. I can't turn right. I
Right.
can only go straight or turn left. Nothing is in front. Nothing is behind me.
Yeah.
Nothing is coming down Drayton Street. This young rookie sitting at the tennis court see me turn and comes after me. He said, "You didn't put
Yeah.
your blanket on the turn." I said, "Yeah." I said, "Yeah, you may. I might. I thought I did." I said, "But I might not have." I said, "But nothing was in front of me, nothing was behind me, and nothing was
Right.
coming north on Drayton Street." And he said, "That don't matter. You still got to put your blanket on." I say, "All the stuff going on out here, you're giving me a ticket for no blankets, and you sitting at the tennis court doing nothing, but you but you see me turn left, and you thought this was an emergency enough for you to come give me a ticket." I didn't even go to court. I paid $176.50. I still remember what it was because it was too damn
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
paid,
I know it. Yeah.
I paid this about 4 years ago, and
Right.
and another thing, I saw who the judge was, who I was going in front of. I said, "Hell no, I paid
Right. 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 I know it. I know it. I
it."
know it.
that,
Hey.
that judge, he don't too much like me,
Yeah.
because in politics, I'm in politics, so they got to run for office, and there other people got to run for office who they support. So I was
Yeah.
against the person that he was supporting, and he done made it plain that he didn't like my MF,
Yeah.
butt and wanted to do something to me. So I figured if I had to go in his courtroom, I wasn't gonna get no justice. I'd probably end up paying more than 176. So what I did
Right.
was I paid it and kept it moving. I
Yeah.
didn't complain. You know, life is life, and you only live once. I do what I do. I did what I
Mm-hmm.
did. I said what I
Mm-hmm.
said, and I paid for it. You know,
Yeah.
I don't run from nothing I did. You know,
You're right.
so
And you're absolutely right, man. It's every situation is different. I think I got probably 2 tickets in my lifetime too. One for I think expired tag, and the other one, the young lady, she liked me and she wanted to handcuff me and to have a little fun, and I told her no, not tonight. So she, yeah, Drew, I love no handcuff. I love no handcuff.
Lord, they ain't handcuffing me. Ain't
Hey,
nobody handcuffing me. My
Drew.
wife better not coming in talking about don't jingling no handcuffs. You ain't handcuffing me. No,
Hey,
sir.
you can handcuff me to the bed and boy, long as
No,
I got the key.
that ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen. You can't uncuff yourself if you got the key. You can't uncuff yourself
Hey,
with both hands.
Drew, I'm keeping the key so she don't let me loose.
All right, all right. You know,
All right,
did you see
all
the?
right.
Did you? While we on while we on guns, Bernard? Um, did you see the Uvalde, Texas latest videos where the officers they show about 30 seconds worth of tape?
Mm-hmm.
First, you got a little boy. Um, you got a little boy.
Yeah,
He walks in the hallway. You see the gunman go in room
right.
111 and 112.
Mm-hmm.
He see the guy go into those rooms. Little boy ran.
Yeah, I seen that. Mm-hmm.
Okay, the guy automatically starts. He immediately starts shooting.
Mm-hmm.
The officers come in. They hear the gunshots. They go toward it. What the officer is supposed to do, that's what he's trained to do. You go toward the danger. You don't run from the danger.
Right.
You're taught that. Every one of those officers need to be fired.
Yeah.
So these officers go down the hallway when they hear these kids being shot and all the screaming and everything, and then the guy starts shooting toward them. They got shields, everything, and they don't advance forward. They retreat.
Mm-hmm.
More kids are being killed. It is crazy
Yeah.
that these guys are not even charged with a
Yeah.
crime for
Yeah.
cowardice, you know, because they were cowards. You
Mm-hmm.
are getting paid to put your life on the line. Don't take that job if you don't want to put your life on the line. You had a
Yeah.
shield, you had bulletproof vests, you had a whole army of officers. You were supposed to take that room to save more lives. More kids died because these guys were cowards, and
Yeah.
it's just a plain fact. You
Yeah.
on the highway being tough, going tearing people cars up, going through their merch, their suitcases, and going through their glove compartments like you, uh, Ace Nine detective. But you
Mm-hmm.
can't go where danger really is. You
Yeah.
know, that's my problem. You don't go where danger really is. You would be fired on any other police department in America immediately. It wouldn't have to been no. As soon as the chiefs and the review board saw the videos, they should have been fired.
Yeah.
Every one of them fired immediately. But and one of them, Bernard, had the nerve to sanitize his hand while the
Yeah.
guy shooting. What the
Yeah. I
heck?
seen that. Yeah. You know what? I seen the video today. I was at my partner house. I seen the video today, Jew. And you know what's so crazy? It wasn't the police, detectives, police. It was the border police that one really did what they needed to do because the police was in front of the border police, and then they backed up and they took control of it. Um, man, what you think about Jew? It's like, man, these are babies. They allow these babies to get killed like that. It's a shame.
Yeah.
All of them should be fired. I guarantee you this, Jew. if it was us, we'd have been done shot. They done shot us up so many times. Period.
They went down there and stormed the room. But
Yeah.
what was that officer thinking that didn't used the hand sanitizer? He should have had the gun in his hand.
Right. Right. Yeah.
The
They
gun.
coward. Yeah. That's
Those
crazy.
officers and see, that's what I'm saying. We're not here to hop on the police, but the police, you're there to, if any officers are watching this, or anybody watching it who in law enforcement, got law enforcement family, the job of the police is to protect and to serve.
Right.
Their job is not to cite and arrest until after you protect and you serve. You're not, you got most police officers, they go to work like this crazy dude Ferguson or whatever here in Savannah, Georgia. He goes to work every day looking for trouble.
Yeah.
If you looking for trouble, if you're looking to put somebody in harm's way, you're gonna find it most times.
Yeah.
You're gonna find it, and a lot of them go to work wanting to cause somebody some really bad harm, to make somebody's life miserable, because most times their life is miserable.
Yeah. You know what? Let me ask you a question. And I was thinking about this all day. I don't have nothing against all police officers. I don't have nothing against the black one. I don't have nothing against the white one. It's just those few that's right, protecting the serve. But most of these police officers, they say if it's a crime, if they go into a crime, okay, they are the crime, Jew. They are the making the crime. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They are. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking about all day. They are the crime.
Yeah, you're right. They get there and they make things worse. They commit
the crime.
Yeah, you're making things worse. Get there and see how you can resolve it to make somebody's life better.
Right.
You make people's life better. You know why so many people loved me? I mean, I might have did some things I wasn't supposed to do. I ain't even talking about what happened to me. I'm talking about some things I wasn't supposed to do. Mm-hmm. There was a fight at this club, and me and Jack Snowden, when we were on the police department way back, we were the first officers there. 11:30, 11:45 at night. We just came on shift. They had a fight in the middle of Montgomery and 34th, where the club was. Everybody in the middle of the street fighting. I jumped out the car and hollered. Told everybody, I cussed them all.
Right.
Asked them what the hell they were doing. And they all turned around, saw it was me, and stopped. This is a true story.
Yeah.
You got 8 guys fighting in the middle of the street.
Yeah.
But they gave me that amount of respect.
Right.
These guys know me right now today. Some of them who I still see, and they remind me of that day. They, me and Jack, we were amongst the people. We knew the people. You can police better when you know people. You don't get there and the first thing you do, you're drawing your gun, and now you got to shoot somebody because you're in panic and pulled the trigger. You got to be able to evaluate these systems. These situations in a moment's notice, in seconds, and make the right decision. But in 11 years of 10 years of serving on Savannah Police Department, I probably can tell you I probably drew my gun 10 times in 10 years. Mm-hmm. Because you have to be able to, you got to get people who know the environment, who knows what's going on. You got to be able to get people who can police their own areas. Like one of the viewers just said, you have to be able to police your own area. Somebody from that neighborhood who knows everybody. Tiffany, cops just police their own neighborhoods. That's correct. And it's a whole lot. This is a whole show on that particular subject because you know the old people are not on the porch anymore to keep you in line.
Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
mama ain't there no more because she got to work 2 jobs and 3 jobs because your daddy ain't there. You know, and that's right, Mom. Well, we went to police academy together back in the day.
Yeah.
We knew the people. We
Yeah.
knew the people. We demanded respect. These people knew us. They had a shooting at Tompkins High School one night, and the shooter was Carlos Mitchell's brother, Stino.
Right. You know.
And so
Mhm.
Stino was in Sion Bowers. And they were all scared because they knew Stino was, he
Right.
goes to that next
Yeah.
level. I went in Sam Bowers and walked him out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I knew the
Yeah.
people. I know the people of the West Side. I knew them. They knew me. They knew my family.
Yeah.
I didn't need a backup when I went to calls.
Right. Right.
I didn't need a backup. If it was on the West Side, I didn't need a backup. I handled it.
Yeah.
They knew
Yeah.
me. And the problem
Yeah.
now is they bring these guys in from Hawaii and South
All over.
Dakota and
Yeah. Yeah.
Wyoming and Nebraska, and they want them to police here where they know nothing about the culture,
Nothing.
they know nothing about the people, and now you giving more people a right to carry a gun. This is a recipe for disaster.
That's the. Yeah.
Everybody
Yeah.
got a gun, so if you piss me off, I might shoot you.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
And
the
you know what?
mentality.
Yeah. And you know
It's
what, Drew?
crazy.
And people don't realize this. I was just talking to a lot of folks at the basketball this past weekend, and we was talking. It's not what you know all the time, it's who you know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's who you know, because if somebody know you in Savannah, if somebody know you growing up, we growing up, baby, and they know you come from a respected family, 9 out of 10, if they stop you, they're gonna say, hey, Drew, hey, Bernard, okay, you did it. He said, okay, no problem, they'll let you go. Now, if we go back to Savannah, if I go back to Savannah right now, like me and what partner was saying, because he from Savannah, people in Savannah, we from Savannah, but they treat us like we outsider. I'm like, man, I grew up here. I know what's going on. Don't treat me like I'm some outsider. And that's go with basically I'm talking about athletic, football, baseball, that, they say, oh, y'all trying to come take over. No, we ain't trying to come. We trying to help our community. We trying to help our people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So don't
Right.
I'm not no outsider. I'm inside.
Yeah, they punish the people who want to do good, and
Yeah.
then they scare all the other rest of the people. The
Yeah.
mentality is different now, and I understand that the kids now would probably label somebody who wants to be a police officer as a snitch. They're gonna call them the police, which they are the police. But these kids, if they're 21 or older, they know the
Yeah.
area. They know the
Mhm.
people. They know what who did what and who did this. You know,
Yeah.
um, when we had a shooting and a killing, Maphead got killed. A guy, John Williams. I went to school with him. He got killed in the back of the school. They sent somebody down it was my beat that night. I was busy on another call, so they got to send another officer down there. When they sent the officer down there, um, he could not find it.
Mhm.
I went down there because I went to that school, so I know the area. This guy that they sent down there was from Florida. He done left the military here in Savannah, in Hunter, and he got on the police department here. And he didn't know the area, but when I came off of the call that I was on, I went down there to back him up. I found the guy dead in the canal. because I know the area.
Yeah.
He was shot in a car. And it's a long story. The guy that killed him, I identified him on the voice recorder who called the police and who called the police to tell us about the shooting.
Right.
He was the guy that did the shooting. And I said, hey, I know that voice. I knew him. I grew up with these guys. I said, hey, that's blank, blank, blank. Yeah. But that's the difference that a homegrown officer can give you that advantage. We're out of control here because these officers don't know nobody. All they're doing is reacting to a call. They're responding to a call. Charlie Brown, Abia on the 17th. Y'all come and y'all make sure that y'all are here because I'm sure we'll want his perspective on everything. He'll be back on the 17th. Now let's read some of those comments. We had who it was we need our own to grow up and become police officers. Push the older generation out, police out. Well, yeah, you and you're right. You got to. You got to have homegrown policing if you're gonna get any handle on this. What part of the problem is there a bunch? Part of the problem is there are a bunch of police officers not from here. No community policemen. No, they don't know people. That's correct, Jackson John. Yeah. Black man carrying a gun is a death sentence. I suggest you put his life. He put his life in his own hands. And I suggest that we all get smart also and insure these young kids because there's no need in you getting a GoFundMe if you can't control your child. If you don't know where your child is at 10 o'clock at night and he's 16, 15 years old, and you need to don't call how much you want to GoFundMe. You need to be getting some life insurance for him because you don't know what's going to happen because you're not parenting very well because the child is still out. It needs to be some community policing. I go pick mines up. These kids are not related to me. They're not anything except my mentees. I mentor them. I go pick them up from work at 11 o'clock at night. They'll call me at 12 and say, hey, my mama didn't get off work. I'm in my bed sleep. I get up and I go get them for work. I don't want them to say the next day that one of them got ran over walking from McDonald's down the Highway 21. So you got to be involved. More people got to care some more to do what needs to be done in these kids' life. Jackson John said, with the license you saw, what happened and what Savannah to get gunned down. Yeah, I don't know what you must be speaking into your thing because
yeah. But you know what? That's the biggest problem I see. That's the biggest problem in Savannah. Your mayor, he's not from Savannah. You got everybody that's coming from all over the place dictating Savannah, and then you got leaders that look like us, not for us. Around the piss poor leadership around the world. You know what I'm saying? And then especially most of the leadership here in Atlanta is black. You know what I'm saying? It's like how, man, like I say, when I go downtown, man, I get so frustrated. I see the homeless people. There's one guy, we was coming, he was walking, it was raining so hard, he came and we had the red light, and he was in the rain, with a sign begging for money and begging for food. And I tell people, don't get it twisted in Atlanta. Trust me, it's crazy. Most of the people in Atlanta is not from Atlanta. These are wannabe. The men's wannabe. The ladies wannabe. They were able to walk around and drive Mercedes and wear Gucci and all this here instead of helping the people. I'm so tired of them, Jew. I gotta stop. I'm gonna let that one go. I'm gonna let it go. And let me tell you a story, then we can move on. So So I'm sitting in the restaurant at the hotel, right? So I'm sitting in the bar, eating food. My partner here and there, we eating dinner. It's late, right? So we ain't being nosy, but we trying to be nosy. So this young lady on the other side and was talking to the guy, right? So she talking, and so she said, Drew, she said, oh, I live in Buckhead, and I got a kid. My daughter, she's 3 years old, and he said, well, who got your kids? She said, oh, my nanny. Nanny. Girl, you live in College Park and your grandmama keeping your daughter. Come on now. and by the way, your hair nappy. Come on, really? Man, me and my partner laugh. Drew, my nanny.
She got a nanny.
She ain't got no daddy.
She got a nanny,
She got a nana. And Drew, she got a nana.
Yes, a nana. A nana keeping them. Yeah. Y'all share. We're trying to make sure that we get all the information out and have discussions that our community needs to hear. Like we said, we're going to Roku TV in a few weeks. August 27th, we will have a launch party. We're going to invite everybody to come out to the launch party. We hope to have every show member, every show host there. August 27th. Every show host should be there. We are launching. We'll probably be on before August 27th, but that's the date that we will be launching on Roku TV. We're presently here on Facebook and on YouTube, but we're going to Roku TV because somebody saw us, somebody liked us, somebody called me, somebody got in touch with me and thought that we would be a great fit for that, and that's where we're going. So we'll be on Roku TV. If you got a smart TV, get the Roku device. If you don't have a Roku TV, get the Roku device and make sure that you're tuned in. We'll be in your living room. You don't have to be on your phone. You don't have to be on anything. Our shows will be on TV in your living room. Okay. So we're working out all the kinks now, trying to upload a bunch of the past shows so that we can get all those things done. So we're going to be there. Hey, brother Rufus Bright. Jackson John say Van Johnson, the new city manager, must address the crime problem. Well, you see, Jesse Petrie, the state representative Jesse Petrie, criticized the mayor now. And now he's saying that it's things that need to be done. But see, this is what we're talking about, Bernard. These people operate in silos. They don't talk to each other. They don't communicate with each other until there's a problem where they want to talk about each other or they want to run against each other. And what they got to do is be able to talk to each other. Here's Keisha Gibson Carter been talking about it forever. Where you been then, Jesse Petrie? She's been asking for your help forever, Jesse Petrie. Here's Alicia Miller Blakely every day talking about it, Jesse. Where you been, Jesse? Here's Bernetta Lanier talking about it every day, Jesse. Now, you might be right. The mayor ain't talking about it because he's running away from it. The chief didn't do anything about it. He was underqualified for the job because all he was a figurehead. Didn't have an idea in the world of how to get crime in this area under control. You know why? Because he ain't from here. He don't know what the hell he was doing. He don't know the people. So no, he didn't know it. You got plenty of qualified people from here that knows how to get this under control. Why you got these guys on the corner every night selling drugs? Why? Because you don't bum rush the corner and get them off of it. Go sit on the corner. They got to move. When they move, go to that corner. When they move again, we'll go to that corner. This police work is real easy if you just put the manpower in. You 104 officers below the level you supposed to have. You understaffed. 104 officers, Bernard. 104 officers, they're understaffed.
Yeah.
Something got to be done. Something got to be done. 104 officers?
Yeah.
Man, please.
Yeah. And that's crazy. And you know what?
Poor leadership.
I'm telling you. On some of the police officers' defense, I'm not gonna risk my life for $40,000 a year, whatever. They underpaid, Do you know who the highest police officer in up here in Atlanta do? Sandy Spring. Sandy Spring. They make close to 70 more. Start at 70. That's why you don't have no crime. And you know why Sandy Spring, Jew? Let me tell you why. Arthur Blank and the rich white folks stay in there. Yeah. Seriously. You don't have no crime in you ain't got no crime in Sandy Spring. You ain't got no crime in Cobb County. You ain't got no crime in Alpharetta. You know what I'm saying? You got crime in Decatur, Latonia, Atlanta, all because all of it is black. Stone Mountain. Man, I used in Latonia, Jew. They have crimes every single day in the black neighborhood, period. But ain't none in Alpharetta, which they got a good $3 cafe out there. And no crime in the white neighborhood, just like in Savannah. Ain't no crime in the white neighborhood, but you got plenty crime in College Park and Riverdale and all this. And less police officer. But you giving $70,000 to $80,000 to a police officer that base ain't got no crime. So what they doing? Sitting around in the car getting traffic ticket?
Yeah. Robert, I was trying to see whether Robert loaded those photos, but I could see that he did not get a chance to load those photos. We had some photos of how the difference when they had shootings in City Market, Bernard. That's why they put installed a curfew. Now they got all these lights and everything. Got these machines with the generators with the lights to light up the place for the tourists and money. But how about all these killings going on 36 and Burroughs? How about all these killings going on in Caton Home and Fraser Home? How about all these killings going on everywhere else in the city, but you don't put no lights there? You 104 officers short. If each one of those officers make an average of 40, let's just say they make $40,000 a year, $45,000 a year.
Right.
You 100 officers under. So what you 4 million or $4.5 million that you got to spend. So you don't have the officers, so spend them somewhere else. I know they probably say, no, you don't understand this overtime and all this kind of stuff. No, I understand perfectly. You just don't know what to do.
Listen, bro, where you live,
they got more police officers. They got more police officers in the building than they got on the street.
Yeah.
I used to say the same thing. We used to have 31,000. Starting pay is $46,000 for the police department. See,
still, yeah.
I used to say we used to have 31 officers on the street because we had 31 beats. 31 beats we had on the street when I was on. I don't know how many they got now, but there was 31 beats. My beat consisted of about a 10-block area. And it covered a lot of weight, some might have been more than 10, might have been 15 or 20, but it was a large space that I had to patrol. And you got that many officers short. Mm-hmm. If we had 800 officers on the police department, I believe, I think it was 800, but it was only 31 on that shift. It was 31 on the next shift. It was 31 on the next shift. So that's about 100. I'm gonna give you rounded off. That's 100 officers. You might have had a couple of people riding double. You might have had a couple of people working over in a high crime area. But you're supposed to put those resources in areas where there's a problem. You don't just do it when you have a problem in the rich, affluent neighborhoods or downtown where the tourists are. You have to be able to treat everybody the same. Everybody gets the same treatment, whether it's West Savannah, whether it's the East Side, whether it's Havisham Woods, whether it's the South Side. everybody gets the same treatment, and that's what we got to demand. And if
Yeah.
they're not willing to do that, and they're not willing to show us that that is being done, then we have to remove them from office. It's just
Yeah.
that plain and simple. There's
Yeah.
nothing else to be even said about it, you know.
Um,
Um,
and it's
but
I got a couple friends. They police officers, right? And you got more. I'm serious. What I'm about to say. You got more police officer guarding the strip clubs in Atlanta than you got them guarding in the community. And you know how much they get? They get paid. He said they get paid $60 or $70 an hour to be there. The owner of the club is one paying them. Their part-time job make more than their full-time job.
correct,
You know.
correct.
So it's but at
Correct.
the end
They're
of the
getting
day,
paid very well in Atlanta. Very
yeah,
well. Those off-duty jobs do make 50, $60 an
yeah,
hour. Um,
right.
back then. Now I remember when, because we couldn't even get that kind of money back when I was on the police department. If we was making $20 an hour on an off-duty job working at McDonald's or Mickey's package shop, that's what we made. We worked 5 hours, got $100. You know.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but here it is, they could work 5 hours and get 300.
That's
It's a
it.
big difference.
Yeah,
It's a big difference.
yeah.
Jackson Johnson, where the strip club located?
I know it. Hey, I want to thank John Jackson for calling me Mr. Brown. I like Mr. Brown. And
Well,
they
the
all
real
over
Mr.
the
Brown
place.
will be back. The real Mr. Brown will be back on the 17th of
Yeah,
August. Y'all
yeah. My
keep that in
uncle.
your books.
Yeah, my
The
uncle
real
will be
Mr.
back.
Brown. Okay, so we're gonna move on.
Yeah.
But that's a lively discussion that we need to have when everybody's here to give their input.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where Robert at tonight. I'm gonna hurt
That's
him.
all right.
But
He okay. We
yeah,
we all right.
yeah,
We
yeah.
good.
Oh yeah,
Hey,
we
I'm
good.
practicing for Sandy.
Yeah, you are.
That's all.
I tell you, it is 58 minutes, and we on the what subject that was?
That was the first one, in it. The second one of them.
Okay, will Joe Biden help protect women's rights? Will women cross state lines to have abortions? That's a good question. Is Joe Biden going to step in and put in an executive order to until Congress is able to put in laws that the Supreme Court can't challenge? That was part of the problem. It should have been done, but that was part of the problem all the time.
Yeah.
Now you have the Supreme Court sending it to the states, and the states do what they want. So in Georgia, you're not going to be able to do it. Alabama, you're not going to be able to do it. South Carolina, you're not going to be able to do it. So you got to go to the friendly states that with Democratic governors and Democratic state houses that will be able to respect women's rights.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? Jules, I always on a serious note, man. I don't have no faith in JoJo. Not Joe Biden, nothing. Me and my partner were talking today about him, about this administration. I don't have no faith in him whatsoever. My partner say he's too old. He need to go. Jules, and I know we talking about abortion, but let me say this. Inflation, the worst it ever been since 1981, since we graduated from high school. You know what I'm saying? First, Trump was in the pandemic. Now we got inflation, which next year we're gonna have 2024, we're gonna have World War III. I mean, I don't have no faith in him. I don't think he's gonna protect none whatsoever. And I'm angry with him. I'm frustrated with the administration. I feel like they're not doing anything. This is my opinion, y'all. My opinion is my opinion. And I'm telling you right now, if I had to do it all over again, he definitely wouldn't. Somebody Democrat would have got my vote, but not him. I'm so disappointed in them whatsoever.
I understand how you feel, and
talk me off the ledge. Talk me off the ledge.
I understand how you feel, but this is my thing. Anybody but Trump.
Anybody but him, yeah.
Anybody but Trump. I deal with another Republican president, but nobody,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
Trump. Y'all
yeah,
Republicans, y'all can bring on anybody. If you could beat the Democrat, then fine. But
yeah,
anybody but Trump. The
yeah,
Republicans play hardball. I was
yeah.
in a situation today, had a conversation with somebody who's scared to do what they need to do to win. Um, you have to do what you need to do to win because Republicans show you that they don't give a darn about any
Hmm.
of the rules. They don't care about anything um, because they know that you're not going to do anything to them.
Right.
So the Democrats have to play the same way in order to protect seats and in order to protect these positions where uh, uh, of grave importance to us, we got to be able to play on a different level. We got to kick
Yeah,
the old book and throw it. You got to tear that old book up. Just tear it up. Get that
yeah,
old book and rip every page of it.
yeah,
The lesser of
yeah.
two evils. You're right. Joe
You're
Biden
right.
is the lesser of two evils. Joe Biden, really, you can't even call him evil. You just got to call him
Yeah,
lazy
yeah, yeah, yeah.
because he's not doing nothing. He's
Right.
all you want to do is wear some damn shades every day.
Yeah,
Cool Joe. You know,
yeah,
that's Joe Namath, Joe Biden. That's Joe Namath that wore the
yeah.
shades. Let Joe Namath wear them shades.
Right,
You know,
right, right. Yeah,
you know?
right,
But we're not going to bash Joe because we don't want Trump. Now, if they indict
right,
Trump,
right.
which I think they are going to do, then Trump won't be able to run. I believe that I don't care who wins it then, as long as the Democrats hold the House and hold the Senate.
Yeah,
That's what we need to
eh,
concentrate on. Democrats
yeah,
are weak. I'm a big Democrat,
yeah.
and I can tell you, I'm deep
Man,
into the party here in Chatham County. Democrats are weak, weak, weak as hell.
yeah,
We don't want to do what is necessary to win, and if you don't do what necessary to win, you will not win. I
yeah,
win because I'm going to
yeah,
do what's necessary
yeah.
to
But
win.
yeah, you're right. By any means necessary. I'm like this here. I always, and me and you, we grow up, we know if I'm trying to win, trust me, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to win by any means necessary. I'm not gonna go in there. I ain't going to a gunfight with a knife.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm going with a gun. If you got one, I got one. Trust
That's
me.
right.
What I'm gonna do? What I'm gonna do if somebody got a gun and I got a knife? Cut myself up?
Yeah. So they
Man,
got
you
to
got to
do
get
better.
down and dirty.
Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, they have to do better. They have to put out some type of executive orders to. Trump did an executive order every day that he was in office.
I know he did. He used them
You
up,
know,
boy.
no, you don't want to be like Trump, but
No,
you don't want to
no.
be scared to govern. You don't want to be
Yeah,
scared to do what needs to be done. You don't want to be scared to do what is right. Uh,
yeah,
so either you got to get a hold of it, or we're gonna have some big losses
yeah.
come November, and we're
Let
gonna
me
have
tell
some
you
big
how bad.
losses come the next November also.
Right. Let me tell you how bad Donald Trump is. When Donald Trump was growing up, his dad basically he got rich because his daddy left him a lot of money. Okay. So Donald Trump was probably the middle child or whatever. So his older brother had embarrassed him at the table, right, Drew? They was
Mm-hmm.
at the table and they embarrassed him at the dinner table. So he embarrassed Donald. So Donald, got up the table, he was embarrassed and stuff and like that. This fool hold a grudge. He didn't even attend to his brother's funeral. He didn't even attend to his brother's funeral because his brother embarrassing him when they were small at the table. And then for somebody to tell you to take a rope and when you find him, hang him, the vice president of the United States, man, that tell you right there what kind of man this man is. You know.
Yeah, Trump was he's special. He's special. He's really special. I'm talking about
Yeah,
it's really special. We got a couple of the people here in Savannah that follows this idiot and does the exact same thing that he does and acts like him and all. I got one
yeah,
or two here. One live down the street from me. One live around the corner from me.
yeah.
And one live over in Pula. You know. But anyway, um, next subject. We're gonna go on to the next subject. I ain't calling their names today.
Miss Producer.
Is good customer service a thing of the past? Lord have
Woo,
mercy. You want to
man.
go first? I'll go.
No, hey, I'm gonna go first because I got a story. And the
I do
same
too. I got one
Jew,
from I got one from Saturday morning.
I got
What?
one, I got one for Saturday night. So in the same club when this girl said she got a nanny, you know. So I order this is what I order. I order macaroni and cheese with lobster in there. Macaroni, cheese, and lobster. I don't
At
eat
a
spinach.
club?
And it was at the restaurant. It was
Oh,
Ruby. It was at Ruby's at the restaurant inside the Embassy Hotel. It
okay.
was inside it's a restaurant. So I ordered macaroni cheese and lobster mixed up together. So I don't do spinach. I ain't Popeye. I hate spinach. So the young lady came and brought it, right? She said, here come your red lobster, here come your lobster, potato, mashed potato, whatever, and spinach. I told her, I said, no, I said, ma'am, I didn't order that. I don't like spinach. Well, they say you ordered. Drew, this little girl, I say, I know what I ordered. I said, you need to take it back in the kitchen and bring what I ordered. She said, I ain't taking it back. I'm going to sit right here. I said, little girl, you don't want to go with me with that little girl. I called her. I said, little girl, you don't know who you talking to. You about to get cussed out. And so eventually the tender, the guy who was waiting on me said, no, don't worry about it. You didn't order that. I got this. I said, look here, man, I'm telling you right now. That's the worst customer service I had in my life. I said, little girl was about to get cussed out, put out, and shut out. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know why I don't know why they got attitude. I don't know why, but
Yeah. They got attitudes at these restaurants like they doing you a favor. And
right.
you paying. You ain't doing me no favor if I'm paying for it.
Yeah.
You ain't doing me no favor. Let me tell you my story. Lord have mercy. I will never, ever in my life again walk in a Shoney's restaurant. They don't
Whoa.
have anything I eat. I will not go into Shoney's. No good customer service. I went to lunch today and the person said,
What you want?
what you want?
I know it.
That's bad. What you want? How
Yeah.
it's bad. But I
It's
will
bad.
never walk into a Shoney's restaurant again as long as I breathe. They don't have nothing I want. I don't know why I let my wife tell me go there instead of Denny's. I'd rather have went to Denny's knowing their history. I'd rather
Yeah.
go to Awful House, the Waffle House. I call it Awful House. I'd rather went
Right.
to Awful House than to go there because all I was eating was a waffle anyway.
Right.
So we go to Denny. I mean, we go to Shoney's, which I'll never grace my presence with ever again. And I said, "Wow, we on South Beach, Myrtle Beach, South Myrtle Beach,
Right.
which
South
is
Myrtle Beach.
not better than North Myrtle Beach. North Myrtle Beach
Right.
is
Yeah.
great, but we were staying on North Myrtle Beach,
Right.
but we wanted to go see a property on in South Myrtle Beach. So we took the 5 mile journey down the
Right.
boulevard to go see the other property, and that somebody had told us about. It wasn't but a block away from the beach and everything, so it's pretty good property. But anyway, let me get back to my Shoney story. So we go and look at it, and so my wife say, "Okay, let's go to get some breakfast." I told her, I said, we just had pizza and wings last night. I ain't really to this New York pizza establishment that just opened on Myrtle Beach. So we tried that night, Saturday night, I think. And so I said, I'm not hungry. I eat a waffle or something. So she said, well, we pull over in Shoney's. When I walk in, I immediately saw the parking lot was not paved good. Had potholes through the parking lot. I should have turned around then and went some darn way else. I go in, we sat down, the table is rough and feels sticky. So I called the waitress, I said, why the table feel like this? She said, because we don't use so much sanitizer on it, it's rubbing the varnish off. I said, wow. So yeah, Ivan, I should have went to IHOP.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, and so we say, okay. So my wife said, well, y'all need to put those meat sheets over the top of it. What the name of those sheets where
Yeah.
they tear off and they put over the top of it so you can
Right.
eat crabs and
Give me a
stuff.
brandy.
The meat I forgot the name of it, but you tear it off and you put it over the table. And they come on big rolls. So that's
Truly,
the
brother.
suggestion she gave.
Computer getting low. Sorry about that.
So
Go ahead, Joe.
so that's what we so I said, okay, no problem. So my wife get up. I'm sending a text to somebody. So she gets up and leave her. So one of us go at a time because she like to leave her pocketbook. So she go first. She go back with her food. And I said, that's a lot of stuff I don't eat. I don't eat any pork, period. She eats it only every blue moon when she's vacationing. She hardly
Right.
eats any pork also. We don't have anything pork in this house. So she I get up and I go get some grits, which was too runny. I go get some eggs that was too milky, and I get some chicken nuggets that were fried too hard, and I like them fried hard, but these were
Right.
fried extremely too hard chicken nuggets. That's the only thing on the bar I could eat. Those are the only three things besides some fruit that I can eat, and everything else is pork. And so I said, I'm walking back with my food, Bernard.
Right.
I'm walking back to the seat to sit down with my wife to eat breakfast, and something drop in my water. I mean, drop in my grits. I look up, the ceiling leaking. The damn ceiling leaking. I got water in my grits now from the ceiling. I called the lady over. I said, hey, the ceiling leaking. You got them fell in my food. She said, you want me to get the manager? I said, you can get somebody because y'all need to fix this or move people or something.
Right.
She go get the manager. The manager come over. The manager is the damn owner. You can't fool me. I know you own this place.
Right.
Because you ain't going to see no Indian manager. They own the place.
Right.
They ain't doing no upgrades. The manager tell me, oh, that's from, it's so many people in here, the air conditioners are overworking itself, and that's the condensation from that. I said, so the condensation's supposed to fall in my food? She said, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You want me to take that plate? Hell no, I want you to take this bill. I don't want you to take my plate. I want you to take this bill with this plate. And but they're Indian. And I ain't got nothing against Indian people.
Right.
I ain't got nothing against nobody. People, I just tell the truth.
Yeah.
They do not give you refunds. They do not give refunds. These people don't know what a refund is. They don't.
Yeah.
They figure if you come in there and you get something, no matter how bad the service, no matter how bad the food, no matter how bad anything, water falling in your food out the roof, they don't care. They do not give you refunds.
Yeah.
They don't believe in it. And they look at us with disgust.
Yeah.
But we are the fools that keep going back to their businesses. Mm-hmm. They do not give you refunds.
Yeah.
And so I told Tanya, I said, she owns the place. I can tell she's the cashier, but she giving everybody orders. She ain't working in here. She owns the place.
Right. Yeah.
And so, I that's one reason why I never go back in Shoney's ever again. Because I know that they've probably been taken over by foreign people who are who have American businesses and don't treat the American businesses right. See, they know that they can do they can hire the help for less.
Yeah.
Get the same results and not have a corporate.
Yeah.
They are the culprit now. They're
Yeah.
not going to give you no refunds, so you can
Yeah.
count that out. You go in the place and you see that you might get bad service. I suggest you walk out if it's
Yeah.
owned by foreign people, because there is
Yeah.
no such thing as a refund to them.
Right.
You
And
know,
it's crazy. It's like,
huh?
you know what? It's like we as man, I ain't trying to. We as black people, man, we support everybody except
Besides
ourselves,
ourselves, you're
except
correct.
ourselves.
Yeah,
You know
and
what
I
I'm
was
saying?
looking for some place on the island that we could eat breakfast in that area, but it wasn't any black establishments.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I got screwed.
Yeah. I'm like, man.
Yeah, we don't.
You know what? I'm just cussing them out. I'm gonna be honest, man.
But now
I
I
can't sit with
started to
that.
go off, but I'm on vacation.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had 3 restful days of the beach. I
Yeah.
rested. I had fun. I went to my partner Chainsaw. We traveled 2.5 hours to Charleston, to Monk's Corner. We left the island and went to Monk's Corner to a birthday cookout, and we
Right.
drove back. It was great. I had an awesome time, and so that was a great vacation. We need to take that vacation,
Yeah.
all of us, and go there and just relax on the beach.
Yeah.
Savannah Beach won't do it for me.
Yeah. I didn't know you was on vacation till I talked to you. Till you text me. I didn't know you was on vacation. And then I see the picture.
Okay, you trying to come on the show? Oh,
No, I was really just coming backstage to hear what y'all was talking about.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say you got about 30 minutes for Shantae's show. Come on next. Unjust. She could have popped herself in. Did you pop yourself in, or did Tiffany?
Tiffany did. I was just in the back
Tiffany,
listening to
she could have
y'all.
popped herself in. She has administrative Tiffany. She could have popped herself in if she want to come in. But Tiffany didn't know. She probably thought you was a late guest.
I just saw the topic. What are y'all talking about? I saw the topic about gun violence.
Oh no, we passed that, baby.
Oh, we passed that.
Man.
We on poor customer service in the restaurant. I went to Myrtle Beach this weekend, and the water fell out the ceiling in my food, and they still didn't give me they didn't comp the food. You know, it was terrible. I will never walk in Shoney's ever again in my life. No Shoney's for me. No. Y'all go to Shoney's. Y'all like bacon? Go to Shoney's. I'm not going to Shoney's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
go to Waffle House before I go to Shoney's.
Yeah. Who you got on your show tonight?
Waffle House before I go to Shoney.
Yeah, and Waffle House is Awful House. We call it Awful House. It's not Waffle House, it's Awful House.
You said, who do I have on the show? I was going to have a guest out of who has her. She lives here in Georgia, but she has her significant others in prison in Virginia. But I have a guest that's actually from DC, and we're co-hosting and covering several stories there in DC and here.
Okay. Unjust at 9 o'clock.
Dr. Sankofa. Yes.
Unjust at 9 o'clock tonight. Don't y'all forget it. Don't y'all make sure y'all tune in. Make sure y'all tune in.
No.
I want to stay on.
No. I had a question. I don't know if y'all seen this. Maybe it's in Atlanta, whatever. So my thing is this: they keep black folks' cases open, and I'm gonna tell you the reason why I say this. Let me tell you why I say that. So they can keep somebody's case open for 25 years, but when it comes to white folks, they close it. This would happen. So this lady, 25 years ago, that's my freezing up? Did y'all hear me? I'm freezing up.
You freezing up, but we hear you.
Oh, okay. So this lady, 25 years ago, she killed her son, right? So somebody had snitched on her probably about a couple of days ago, and they found the remainder of the boy and everything, and then they arrested her. Now they shipping her back to, I think, New York or somewhere. And I'm like, after 25 years, they closed this case. They closed this case. I'm like, you know what? All these cases that happened yesterday.
Where'd he go? You're on mute. Oh my gosh. Julius, you're on mute.
It's raining in Atlanta real bad, right?
Oh, it is. It is. It's storming. It's
So
okay where I'm at, but
when he came on, he said it's raining real bad, and so he probably went out with the
internet
with a storm or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are. I know you probably want to stay on for a few minutes. You can leave before your show start, but you probably want to stay on because and address Creflo. That's our last subject tonight is Creflo. And Creflo gave the sermon. I know you heard about it, right?
I did not hear about it. I was going to address what Bernard was talking about and say, one, because he asked the question about Atlanta, but I was going to say in Georgia, there is no, well, not the statute of limitations, but they can arrest you and have you incarcerated for 10 years before they actually take you to court. It's so illegal. And it violates so many rights, but they do it all the time because there's no restitution law. Right. So the rights to a speedy trial usually get violated. So the concept of a lady sitting there and committing a crime 25 years ago, they're just building a case. Like that's just money that she'll owe in restitution for all of those years. And there's Bernard.
I'm sorry, I don't know what happened to the computer, but you know what? The show must go on. Show must go on.
I feel like a Dave Chappelle skit.
I warned you about that computer.
I got the vagina monologues and you got Dave Chappelle going on. What is this?
Hey, I told you about that computer. I say, hey, make sure you got one of those high grade computers because it'll buffer.
No, it's it told me that I didn't have my charger on the charger. It went I didn't have it plugged up, so it's plugged up now. Okay. Yeah, but hey, I went from one background to the next background.
Okay.
I was saying your comment about the lady after 25 years, it's either the restitution, how there's no, or not restitution, well, restitution law, how Georgia can just hold you as long as they want because there's no real restitution laws. Dead docket. I got that experience. I got 3 dead docketed charges now that have been sitting there for 5 going on 6 years. Wow. If they want to build a case, I'm facing 20 years in prison, because in Georgia, unless a judge feels like moving that case off the docket, we have 1,500 plus judges. 1,300 are white males. Mm-hmm. So you just do the math there when it comes to a black woman, 25-year-old charge. Right. And then there's the conversation of if they're going to charge her, are they going to reopen Emmett Till's case? I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah. Good question.
Yeah.
Good question.
And we still trying to sign. We still trying to sign that bill.
What were
you mean the hate bill? Can we get our own hate bill?
Yeah.
Yeah, we ain't gonna get none. There's no such thing as hate for black people.
Right.
We're it's the norm. So there's no such thing as a hate crime bill for black people because we're supposed to be hated.
I don't know if it's that as much as like my cousins and some of my friends are like, we're allowed to interracially date. Like we got mixed kids. What are you talking about? I'm like, huh? You think that stops discrimination?
Right. Man.
Well, we're going to get to our last subject and we might end after we get through with this last subject. Next week, we're going to have Reverend Alan Maynard from the Racial Justice Network on. He was probably supposed to come on earlier, but he had to work. But next week we'll have him on. But the topic of tonight is Creflo Dollar's sermon on tithing. Are you giving to God or your pastor? That wasn't his title. That's what I asked. Are you giving to God? Or are you giving to your pastor? Now, some pastor friends of mine might not like this. Some of my good friends might not like what I have to say. So y'all go ahead with what y'all want to say first, because what I got to say people not going to like, because I've been saying it for about 30 years now. Um, I fell out with the institution of the church for a while. I didn't fall out with the institution of God. I fell out with the institution of the church. I didn't fall out with the idea that there is a God. I know that there is, or I wouldn't be sitting here. But I fell out with the institution of the church, because the church is not doing what I think that it should be doing. It is in great need of repair. Is in derelict duty. Is derelict of its duties and its obligations as a vehicle to God. So y'all say what you want to say, but Creflo, he wasn't preaching against giving tithes. I listened to the whole thing on my way to uh, Myrtle Beach this week. I listened to the entire sermon, all hour and a half of it. He was preaching that if you have more, give more. He was preaching that if you cannot ask that person who is barely making it to give 10% of what they're barely making, it makes perfect sense. He said everything that he's taught about tithing over the last 30 years about that 10%, he said, please disregard it and throw it away. This Creflo Dollar, who everybody admires, who was trying to get everybody to buy him a jet a while ago, and Bernard gave him $100 toward that jet, I heard. So
I give him a penny. Hey, let me tell you, he lost
back up
me
a little bit. Okay.
He lost me a lot. He lost me a long time ago. A long time ago. I don't listen to him. I don't watch him. I don't. Period. I think he wanted and you're probably gonna get mad, but I don't care. But I'm gonna say it. I think he one of the most hypocrite man that next to Donald Trump and the rest of them. He's a hypocrite. I don't care for him. I don't listen to him. And he used his power and used those folks, man. If y'all know, probably whenever you stay in Atlanta, right? You stay in Atlanta,
She go to his church.
Oh, well, what I'm just saying.
I don't.
Hey, he is the most biggest hypocrite that I know when it comes to pastors. He is, period. You know, it's about him. It's about his jet. It's about the materialistic stuff that these folks be giving him and that. Man, shut up.
So what you say about him saying about tithes now?
I won't give him a penny. And trust me, they need to know the history of tithing. You know, you got back in the days, you know, you give what you have. Okay. If you got $1, you give $1. If you got 10, you give 10. And then somehow in this wild world, it changed to I ain't gonna give what I want to give. You gonna give what I tell you to give. Mm-hmm. You got to show them your W-2 every year. You got only person
they got ATMs they got ATMs in
the church, right?
Yeah.
Right after you go through the metal detectors.
Right. The only person gonna see my W-2,
you get to sit behind the bulletproof screen.
Right. The only person gonna see my W-2 is the IRS when I feel like I want to get to them.
Right. Yeah,
man,
it's crazy. It's crazy.
These
churches are out of control.
Yeah.
They came up with the thing Giveify, right? Y'all heard of Giveify? Where you can go online and give to your church.
Oh.
Yeah, they got that. They got every way that you can give money or they can get money from you. Then is crazy. Jamal Bryant, y'all heard what Jamal Bryant also said, right? Jamal Bryant said, if you go to a church and when you pull up to that church, you can tell which car is the pastor is driving. He said immediately turn around and leave that church.
Right. I heard it. Yeah.
Leave that church. if you could tell which car the pastor driving. See, because
now y'all know I've met all of these people at some point in my life or frequented their churches, so I don't really want to have these conversations because I might do business with one of them
You got to have
sometime
it.
soon. I'm
If
trying
your
to do
lights
business with one of them right now.
If your lights get cut
Around
off,
the
is he
car.
gonna? Hey, if your lights get cut off, is he gonna help you? But
I don't know. You know, I'm waiting on my broker agreement to be able to broker cars for the black man who's invented an electric car that goes 1,500 to 2,500 miles. He's in Atlanta as well. So I've actually had conversations with some of the mega church pastors about purchasing one of these cars.
Well,
yeah. How much the car costs?
Well, actually, so it's Derek Automotive. Right now, the SUV, the base is like 65,000, but he has lobbyists on Capitol Hill lobbying so that they can bring the price down so that brown and black people can afford to put them in their house and getting rid of charging stations because it's a self-charging engine. So you can put $10 worth of gas in it once a year and it recharges itself. So, and he does retrofits where he can take a car that you already have, pull the engine out and drop in one of his electric cars for like 10 to 15,000. So trying to get the prices down. That's the plan right now.
Take your engine and drop an engine in an electric car.
No, so let's say that you're driving a classic Cutlass or a Lamborghini or a Cadillac or a Porsche, whatever you're driving. He can pull the engine out, put in one of the electric, it's called the electrofit ones, retrofits, and take one of the classic or pull your engine out and put in an electric engine. That's one of the retrofits.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Like
we'll talk about him on another show.
Yeah, I can get someone from him there to come on the show or something. Yeah, I'll get Steve or Mike to come on.
Can they do a bicycle like that?
We have electric bicycles. We have electric delivery trucks. We have dump trucks. It's called Derek Automotive.
Yeah, we need to see about Derek Automotive because he should be right in line with Tesla right now.
Yeah.
He turned down $300 million so that he can stay a black-owned company.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. But anyway, we're going to get back to Derek Automotive. Let's talk about, you can go off right now because we're going to talk about.
I haven't said why not pop that stuff onto the show and lay hands on.
Don't leave. You popped in. You can't leave now.
No, let it go.
I want to say this. I want to say this real quick to answer that. I believe, here we go. Faith without works is dead. And when I attend church, I am a faithful tither. I tithe at 10%, whether I have it or not. And usually when I'm exercising faith and praying and doing everything else, I see my money grow. Now, I don't attend most churches because I don't subscribe to dogma and most of it is blasphemy. And so in saying that, I give to the community. I believe that as long as I find these nonprofits that I want to sow into, whether I do free work or free service or volunteer or donate, I think that that's the same as tithing. That's how I feel about it because I'm not subscribing to Brooks Brothers or Bentleys or anything like that for a pastor while there's a mother sitting on the front row who can't buy formula because there's a shortage while we got these Roe versus Wade conversations going on. Anyways, that's it. That's my feminist spiel too. That's my Black Lives Matter spiel. See y'all.
See you at 9. Okay. Now we can talk about Creflo and we can talk about anybody else that we want to talk about.
Right.
I've never met him. I don't care to meet him. I don't care to see him. So I listened to that the other day because we were on the way to the Myrtle Beach, and I wanted to hear the whole speech. I saw clips of it. I wanted to hear everything he said, and he's not preaching against giving. He's not preaching against to stop giving the tithes. What he was saying was, watch what you're doing to the people. If you got more, give more. If you don't have, those are the people why you give more if you have. If you don't have, you can't ask those people to give something that they don't have. He had a saying for it. I can't think of what it was. Maybe, he said, you a person giving out of their surplus. Their surplus.
Mm-hmm.
Surplus means that you have more than what you need.
Right.
So a person giving out of their surplus should give more. A person who does not have gets a pass, as well as it should be. The church should be trying to help that person rise up. That's what it's all about. It ain't about making the pastor live in a gated community. It ain't about making the pastor have a 6-figure bank account. It ain't about having the pastor Ray Rolex watches or driving into the newest Mercedes Benz or Rolls Royce as some of these pastors riding around in.
Right.
It's about you doing what's right by God's people.
Right.
That's what it should always be about. I don't think that no pastor should get mad with what he said or what I'm saying, because I'm for giving. The church can't operate without you giving.
Right.
You can't
right.
keep the
True.
lights on. You can't
True.
have the building funds to build more onto. You can't pay for those vans to take people any place. Yeah, we didn't have no iTunes. You're right. And so I don't hate preachers. Jesus, you come on here and say that.
That's a political correct. Political correct.
Yeah, he out making a movie, and he ain't showed up tonight.
I got a movie for him.
Yeah, he out making a movie. He might be at Promised Land Gardens, Promised Land Farm, planting peanuts. But my thing is, Bernard, give what you can. If it's 10%, 15%, or 25%, give it. If you feel like that is what God is in the Spirit is leading you to do, then give it so that you can get what you think that you're going to get. Yeah, I'd rather walk and feed somebody under the bridge. Some people need to be in the church and do that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go and do whatever I can so that God knows my heart by what I do.
Right, right.
I'm not gonna worry about what anybody else give or anything else. So
and that's the key right there, Jew. It's like God not gonna judge you for me to get in. At the end of the day, it's gonna be you yourself. What you did to get to heaven, what you did not to get to heaven. At the end of the day, I don't think God gonna say, "Oh, you a millionaire, you gonna get in heaven, and you not, you gonna go there." Now, your faith should be stronger than anything. And we got these so-called preachers. Since we on the subject, we got all these. That's why I'm gonna be honest with you, Jew. I don't go to church. I was growing up in the church. I used to until things got the way it got. Instead of people, church is about money now. Preachers about money. Not all of them. You know what I'm saying? Not all of them. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna get myself in heaven by what I do. My faith is stronger than any. Me and God is buddy. Trust me. He done brought me for a mighty long way, Jew.
Exactly.
Hey, I'll be 60 years old in August. They said when I first came here, I weighed 3 pounds, and God said, "No, son, I got you." They said, told my mama he ain't gonna live through the night. God got me. He got me on this earth for a reason, and I'm doing what I need to do for him. Everybody else, I don't care. And Jamal, you are lying. That's why he ain't on there, Jew. He gonna run and tell that. He gonna be political correct. Whatever movie you want, I got a movie script for you. I got a good movie for you, Jamal. I got a good movie for you, buddy.
Yeah, he out making movies and planting peanuts.
Right.
But I like to hear what he say about the tithing.
Mhm.
You give what you can,
Yeah.
and I don't
Yeah.
think that. I think that the church, when you do these building funds and you do these, it's something else that they do. Um, and the church need to have a lottery, a
Draw
job
the
they call
people.
the lottery,
Yeah.
and they need to pull people who they know are not doing well. If the
Hmm.
pastor was more in tune with his parishioners, then he would know who's doing good and who's not.
Hmm.
And they need
Yeah.
to put these people job names in a job and just pull a name and give that person that money. Bless the congregation, bless your people. It's a church here in Savannah. I'm telling you firsthand what I know. Firsthand what I know. It's off of Chatham Parkway.
Hmm.
This church understands the mission. This church understands the obligation. This pastor will go around and shake somebody's hand and be done put $500 bills in their hand. You ain't even asking for it.
Hmm.
But he's in tune with what you're going through.
Right.
He knows. I've heard, not heard, I've been around on the day after he done gave 2 cars away to his congregation members. Heard that a guy couldn't get to work because his wife couldn't um he couldn't get to work because the car broke down, and he gave them a car. Gave them a car, huh? The
Yeah.
keys and the title. This is yours.
Yeah.
That's real church. That's real. That's a pastor that cares. No matter, he got his own money, I heard, because he builds stuff. But here there's a man after God's own heart
Yeah.
that is trying to do right by saying, here, take this. I don't need it.
Right.
I have too much of it. But you got pastors today, if you can't make that tithe, if you can't make that building fund, you can't do the stuff that you're supposed to do, you ain't even getting buried in the church.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
What, Jamal?
What's up, Jesus?
I'm gonna say this right, because I
Oh.
respect Dr. Tanya Howard Hall. That's why I did not come over to the house with my stuff that I had on in the field. That's why I respect her. And because I was driving, Julius Hall, so we cannot come on the show if we're driving. So I pulled over here in Garden City just to deal with the insults that's going on, and to Tiff 1501 in the house, and deal with the hell spawn known as Bernard Brown with the stuff that he talking. Julius Hall hate preachers and ministers, he hate the church, and that's what's going on. Tithing is a necessary thing, and Giveify, I know about Giveify. So I'm just saying, you need to unify with regard to the church. That's what you need to do right now. Whoo,
What church
whoo,
you go to?
whoo.
What church that is you go to? See, he was talking about himself. He wasn't talking about me. He was talking about himself.
Not me. I'm an angel. Other people know I'm an angel. I'm an angel. So that's why I'm all over. I'm an angel. So just to go to clarify, Bernard Brown lies.
Boy.
So that I was saying I would say that I was scared. I'm never scared, because I got
scared.
God. I got God with me. It's just that you think you know God. That ain't God. That's something else that you be dealing with.
Hey.
I'm just gonna say that. And so I say Bernard Brown Church is called Cheetahs. It is called Pink Lady. It is called that is his religious institution. But I'm gonna leave that alone, because that's for another show. So,
And I
but
pay my tithes. And I pay
We
my
got 5
tithes.
minutes. We got 5 minutes. And Jamal and Bernard.
I will go and just say that, yeah, it is that you should not be pressed, and some people do get pressed with regards to the tithes. They should not get pressed with regard to that. If you don't have it, to give what you can and give it the way that you can. With regards to that, and sometimes the tithing is not necessarily monetary. It is service that you do. It's what you can give to someone else. It's that word. And I tell folks, sometimes even that kind word that you give to someone, or that word to help someone, uplift someone else, that is tithing also. So again, it helps build the
Mhm.
institution that we know as that foundation of God's house. So I'm just throwing it out there. But
Right,
yeah,
right.
if
You
you
should
have it,
give.
you give. Yes.
Yeah, you should give
Ye-
because that's the only way
Yeah,
the church can stay there and and
right.
and and save those souls that needs to be saved. Because we know that Jamal Torre one day will walk in the church and get saved, and he needs to be baptized with the holy water, and because he went to Jenkins and me and Bernard went to Tompkins.
There you go. There you go.
See, I want
Hey,
this for you today, Jamal.
that's
You
it.
know,
And hey,
so you know, so we know that that's going to happen. But what I wanted to say before we end this subject, because we got about 4 minutes left, uh, I want to take my hat off to a certain reverend minister in the city of Savannah. No matter what you say about him, no matter what you think about him, he is doing the work of the people. Um, Reverend Allen Maynard, you are on target with your advocacy, and I am proud to uh, know you. You are also a family member. You're a Mainer. That's where my family comes from, the Mainer line. But you are doing what I think every preacher should be doing when we have an instance like what you're advocating out on Gwinnett Street out in Carver Village. Um, there needs to be an uproar, but in this city, for some reason, people don't like to complain. Um, I would hate to have lived here during slavery, old time slavery, because we still got slavery. I
right,
would
right.
hate to have lived here back then because um, they would have told on all of us, Bernard.
Yeah,
They would have told on all of us. And these ministers need to be right there wondering what can they do?
yeah,
Why is this happening? And how can we change it? Where are the ministers? Where y'all at, guys? Where y'all at? Y'all should be out front and center. There's an injustice happening. Your young men are being killed every day on these streets, and some of it might be their fault. We don't know, but we're not gonna blame them. We want to know where your action is. Are you being proactive? You're not even being reactive. You're
yeah,
inactive.
yeah, yeah.
So I don't know. I learned all that from Jamal, man. Inactive, reactive, and proactive. So get that from Jamal.
Yeah,
That's right. Because we're not reactive to the devil. We're proactive because we beat the devil down. We see the devil. We pimp slap the devil down. That's what we do.
yeah,
So again, and that's why we ain't inactive about evil. We fight evil. We fight injustice. We are proactive about it. We destroy injustice. That's what we do
Yes,
on
sir.
our black media.
That's
yeah,
correct.
yeah.
For our
It's
black media, that's what we do. What you say, Bernard?
it's crazy, man. You know what? Everybody's out for themselves. And I'm gonna tell you, I got 1 minute, and I get to a point, man. It's like, man, I'm tired, man. I started to just get so selfish, like, man, hell with everybody. I'm just gonna look out for me, myself, my family, done. Because at the end of the day, people don't care, man. I got so what happened was, and then we can go. One of the rims, right, net came off, right. Now this was crazy. One of the rim net came off, so we tied with zip ties. So this black guy was standing in the audience. So he came out the audience, right? And me and my partner standing there. He said, I think those zip ties gonna mess the ball up for going in. I looked at that fool. I walked away. I ain't never heard nothing like that in my whole life. A zip tie gonna stop the ball for going in the hoop. I said, man, you little 4'4", get the hell out of here and leave me alone. People for themselves, man. I'm just tired of it, y'all. Jamal and Juice, I'm tired, man. Somebody got to talk me off the ledge. I'm just tired. I can't deal with these folks no more. I don't like people. I don't. Sad but true.
Yes, sir. Closing remarks, Jamal.
That person went to Tompkins. Who told you that? And that's why you got a T-shirt on. That's right. That's right. So I just going to say that we can never get tired until it's time for us to pass away, because it's a never-ending struggle until, because that's what it's about. Because we fighting for liberation, and that things are gonna pop up all the time. I hear people say, "Wow, it's never ending." I'm like, you know what? Because that's evil. Evil wants you to like fall by the wayside.
Yeah.
So that's why you guys stand up. And I understand what you're saying, Brother Bernard. But even with me, people come, I'm like, this stuff doesn't stop, and that's you know why? Because it's evil. Evil wants us to stop, and we ain't stopping at all until we pass away.
You're right.
All right.
You're right.
So that'll do it for us here on the Rabble. Stay tuned to Unjust, which is up next. And don't forget, we got great shows on tomorrow. We got great shows on Friday. We got great shows on Saturday. We got great shows on 7 days a week. We're going to Roku TV in August. We're loading up all our shows now. So stay tuned. We got great things coming your way. Good night, everybody.
What about my contract? What about my contract?
Oh, Lord. Good night.
It's on the lawyer's desk.
Hey,
Tiffany.
all right, brother. Love y'all. Hey, Jamal, I got your contract. Too. I got it with you. Come get it. You scared? You scared?
Because I had to.
I like that.